at Binkley, we also have a library and book club. And I believe you have been involved, Pat, for a long time in the book club. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Barbara Davis has been a wonderful chairman. She works very hard in the library with Sue Wallace's help. They would very much like more new volunteers. And the book club, these are some of the books that we're reading this time. We would be delighted to have some new members in there joining.
So what would somebody do if they wanted to volunteer to help with the books?
If they're here today, they can sign up on the sheet there, and Barbara Davis will be getting in touch with you. If you want to join our book group, just show up on the 4th Thursday at 10:30, and you will be most welcome.
And is that here in the library on the 4th Wednesday? Thank you. Okay. Appreciate all you do to keep things going and keep the books circulating. It's a beautiful facility that we have in the library.
We have new books, and we have a lot of fiction, mystery, biography, as well as philosophy, religion, anything you think of.
Wonderful. So again, Scoop Dog here in the Olympic Village, just popping up, trying to find out more about these ministries that you too can become involved in, even if you live far away. Otis, could I talk to you? I'm Scoop Dog, and I'm just getting the scoop on these ministries, and I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about this table and this display.
I'd be happy to tell you a little bit about it. Ibrahim is the expert, though. So this is about Israeli apartheid, and our working group is looking at how to support an effort to end Israeli apartheid and to participate with groups who are committed to or interested in that. So it's one of the things that most people ask about is does it mean you're against Israeli people? No, against the policies of the Israeli government that basically created a system of apartheid, which is separate, and that's what Ibrahim will probably talk about, is how to keep the population separate. Those who are Palestinian not be a part of the country as a whole and participate in the freedom of the country of Israel. They're like third-class citizens.
Thank you. So what you've really underscored for me today is that this isn't just about things that happen in our community, but it's about how to impact the world at large. So Binkley plays a really important part in that. Thank you so much for sharing. Hi, I'm so glad to see you, Ibrahim.
Sure.
We got a chance to talk to Otis a bit, but you're actually from Israel, and I wondered if there's anything else you'd like to add to the fact that this is such an important work group that you have in a ministry here.
Right, so I was showing the people who come to our table the system that I lived under. So I'm bringing my ID here when I was growing up. So this is my ID. So, I'm sorry, I'm not going to show you the rest of it. But this is my ID when I grew up. And this is a Palestinian ID who lives in the West Bank. If you live in a different part of the West Bank, you have a different color ID. And if you live in East Jerusalem, you'll have a different kind of ID. And that was part of the system of separating people and giving them rights. With this ID, I literally have very limited rights. There's airports that I can go on to that I cannot go on to. There's roads that I can get on and I cannot get on. There's areas that are restricted for me based on this ID, and that's part of the apartheid system that we are trying to educate the people about. And
you've just done a wonderful job here right now.
Oh, thank you. Yes, and there's a lot of in our posters would document many instances of that, but this is my own personal experience. My sister had the same ID, and she went the wrong airport 1 year. And she did not come home for 2 years. She lost her right to come back. She is now a tourist when she goes to her home. She is not allowed to go back as a resident anymore because of this restrictive law. Basically, it's a way to eliminate people out, to prevent them from coming back.
I know we have an anti-apartheid statement that our church is supporting. Are there any other ways that people could help to support your ministry?
Actually, we don't have the pledge officially yet. We are working to get a survey to get as many people to sign and just basically give us your opinion, what you feel about it, so that the church can move on. We need make sure that the people feel the same way about it before signing a pledge, and that's part of it. Have you signed the pledge?
I have, and that's what I was referring to when I misspoke. But yes,
actually,
thank you.
What you signed is a survey, it's not a pledge yet.
Okay.
Because based on the information that we collect later on, we'll see if there's enough support to do it. We will do it as a pledge. If there isn't, then understandably so, we cannot commit the church to pledge on something that most members don't agree with.
Great work. Thank you so much. So we're entering now the Binkley Olympic Cafe, and it is decorated in this wonderful Olympic fair, but I'm also thinking there's a little bit of a Parisian vibe going on here. Is this Madame Lee? Madame? Oui, Miss Lee? Oui, this is Miss Lee. Well, I'm Scoop Dog. What scoop do you want the Binkley people to know about this cafe here today and this whole event?
I want them to know that this is a fantastic event, that we could not have it as successful as it is without Karen and Linda. And those of us who work with them. We are fortunate to be able to work with them. And I love the fellowship committee, so I want as many people as can to sign up for it, and they'll see it's work, but it's a lot of fun too, and we love on each other.
I love that. So fellowship committee, Lillian Lee, Madame Lillian Lee, and
Karen and Linda are co-chairs
they're
of
really
the fellowship committee, and I've been one for 100 years at least.
And she's only 90.
That's right.
And not quite.
Right.
So when you say fellowship committee, it's fun, food, hospitality. What kinds of events are you providing fellowship for?
We're responsible for the Easter breakfast. We're responsible for, there are 3 other things, I can't remember them right now. And big events, and whenever there's a memorial, we help provide the food, and and we've gotten to be pros at providing food.
This is an incredible spread, and it always is.
Yes, it is, always.
It's such an important time and an important way to bring the community together over food.
That's
so
right.
Thank you.
And as long as you have free food, people will come.
That's right. Thank you for all you do.
You're welcome, and thank you too, darling.
And we've got some lovely people enjoying the cafe goods.